https://www.youtube.com/watch. V equals in 6YMCYC to GSIGOODBYE fungus and athlete's foot with this homemade secret. Have you been hiding your feet for months or even years because of stubborn nail fungus and athlete's foot? What if I told you that the solution to this embarrassing and persistent problem is sitting right there in your kitchen cabinet? Today, I'm going to reveal a simple, natural method that has helped thousands of my patients finally say goodbye to yellow, thick nails and that constant itching between their toes. You'll discover the powerful allies that cost less than $5 combined, and when used correctly, they can transform your feet from something you're ashamed to show into healthy, fresh-looking feet you'll be proud to display in sandals again. But here's the catch. Most people are making 3 critical mistakes that keep bringing the fungus back, and if you don't know what these mistakes are, you'll keep fighting this battle forever. Stay with me until the end because I'll also share the 7 essential rules that will protect you from ever dealing with this problem again. After years of battling yellow nails, nail fungus, and athlete's foot, such a simple and natural remedy left me completely amazed. That's what Don Fabian Gonzalez, a 67-year-old patient I treated some time ago in my office, told me. He had already tried everything, creams, pills, and even home remedies that family and friends had recommended. But nothing worked until we applied this homemade method with kitchen ingredients. That's easy to prepare and accessible to anyone. And in just a few weeks, he began to see how his feet, which he had hidden for years, recovered a healthy and fresh appearance. I'm Dr. Alexander Cortez, and today I want to talk to you about the powerful allies that are hiding in your kitchen, and that can help you eliminate nail fungus and athlete's foot from the root. It doesn't matter if you've been living with this problem for months or even years. What I'm going to show you can mark a before and after in the health of your feet. Have you ever felt embarrassed to take off your shoes in front of others? Do you avoid wearing sandals even when it's hot outside? You're not alone in this struggle, and this isn't about expensive products or miraculous formulas that promise the impossible. What I'm going to tell you today is a simple procedure, backed by science and by my own clinical experience of decades, helping thousands of patients in my office. This is a topic that few dare to talk about, but it affects millions of people. Nail fungus and athlete's foot. You might think it starts as an unimportant detail, but the truth is that over time it becomes a nightmare. Do you notice how your nails change color, turn yellow, become thick and hard as stone, seeming impossible to cut with regular nail clippers? And it doesn't end there, does it? Between your toes, that constant itching begins, the skin peels, cracks appear, and even blisters that make walking uncomfortable. If you scratch, it doesn't improve, and if you don't, the discomfort persists. And the worst part? You try a cream or powder, it seems to improve for a few days, but as soon as you stop using it, the problem returns as if nothing had changed. Many patients tell me that this not only damages their health, but also their self-esteem. When it's hot, they avoid wearing sandals out of shame and even feel the need to hide their feet at family gatherings or in front of friends. I perfectly understand that frustration when a problem seems to have no solution. The most common thing is to resign yourself and think it will be a lifelong companion. But let me tell you something important. You don't have to resign yourself. These problems, although stubborn and annoying, can be treated from the root. But why do nail fungus and athlete's foot seem impossible to eliminate? The truth is that it's not because they can't be cured, but because most people make 3 very common mistakes. Are you making any of these mistakes without realizing it? Error number 1, believing that nail fungus is an age-related disease. Many people think it's something natural, that over the years nails simply become ugly and there's not much to do about it. But that's not true. The reality is that nail fungus isn't a sign of aging, but an infection caused by a microscopic fungus. What happens is that over the years, the immune system weakens, blood circulation, especially to the feet that are farthest from the heart, becomes slower, and fungi take advantage of that easy terrain to settle in. It's not that it's an old person's disease, but that older adults have fewer defenses and are more likely to be attacked. Error number 2, thinking that fungi can only be controlled but never cured. You surely know someone who has tried everything, creams, medications, home treatments, and ended up resigned. But that happens because most of those attempts only attack the symptoms and not the root of the problem. It's like when mold appears on your house wall and you simply clean the surface stain. Soon after, the mold returns because the roots are still inside. With nail fungus, exactly the same thing happens. The fungus is hidden deep under the nail and in the nail bed. If you only apply something to the surface, you eliminate the soldiers outside, but the enemy's base remains intact and sooner or later it reappears. Error number 3, trusting any market cream and applying it intermittently. The reality is that most creams and ointments don't have the ability to penetrate that hard, thick nail that acts like a defensive wall. And to make matters worse, many people only use the treatment when they feel itching and abandon it as soon as they feel relief. This way it's impossible to eradicate the fungus. The enemy is still there, waiting for the moment to grow back. So let me be very clear with you, fungi can be completely eliminated, but not with superficial solutions or half-hearted treatments. We need a deeper, constant, and strategic approach that attacks the problem from inside and outside at the same time. And that's exactly what the method I want to teach you today is about. Now that we've clarified the most common mistakes, let's go straight to the first natural ally that can help you fight this problem, coarse salt. And here I want to be very clear. I'm not talking about the refined salt we use every day in the kitchen, but coarse salt, preferably natural sea salt, the kind obtained from sun drying that preserves minerals from seawater. These minerals not only help the skin regenerate, but also enhance salt's effect against fungi. Why is coarse salt so effective? It's all due to a principle called osmotic pressure. Simply put, when the concentration of salt in water is high, it absorbs the water that's inside the fungus cells. By losing water, the fungus cells dehydrate, their cell wall breaks and they die. It's the same principle we use to prepare pickles. Salt extracts water from vegetables and dehydrates them. With fungi, exactly the same thing happens. In fact, medical studies have shown that a salt water solution at 3% or more can eliminate most fungi in just 24 hours. Of course, it's not about a single bath, but a process you must repeat to gradually weaken the enemy until you eradicate it. Now, how do you apply it at home? Let me explain step by step. First, prepare a clean container to soak your feet. Second, add enough warm water to cover your ankles. The ideal temperature is around 100 for F. A simple way to check this is to put your elbow in. It should feel warm and pleasant, never too hot or too cold. Third, add the large tablespoons of coarse salt and stir well until it dissolves. Fourth, before putting your feet in the water, wash your feet well and with nail clippers. Trim the affected nails as much as possible. If they're very thick, use a file to gently thin the surface. This step is key because this way the salt water can better penetrate the cracks and under the nail. Fifth, place your feet in the salt water and keep them there for 10 minutes, no more, because excess can irritate the skin. Sixth, during soaking, move your toes so the water reaches all corners, and when finished, dry them very well with a clean towel, paying special attention between the toes. If you can, use a hairdryer in cool air mode for 2 or 3 additional minutes to ensure no moisture remains. Remember, moisture is the fungi's best ally. If after soaking you leave your feet wet, you'll be giving them a new opportunity to multiply. This coarse salt soaking method is recommended twice a week, and although it seems like a simple procedure, believe me, consistency makes all the difference. The second ally I want to present to you is equally powerful. And the best part is that almost everyone has it at home. Baking soda. As many of us know, this is a slightly alkaline substance. Why is this so important? Because fungi thrive in acidic environments. When you change that environment and make it alkaline, fungi cannot survive or reproduce easily. In other words, while salt directly attacks fungi by dehydrating them, baking soda changes the terrain so fungi can't find a place to grow. That combination is what makes these two remedies an unbeatable duo. And that's not all. Baking soda has an extra benefit that many appreciate. It eliminates bad odor. That unpleasant foot odor doesn't come from sweat itself, but from a substance called isovaleric acid, which is produced when bacteria break down sweat proteins. Baking soda neutralizes this substance and eliminates odor from the root. Now let me explain how to apply it step by step. Prepare a container with warm water at about 100 for F, just like in the previous method. Add 3 large tablespoons of baking soda and stir until it dissolves. You'll notice the water feels a bit slippery to the touch, which is completely normal. Place your feet in the water and keep them soaking for 15 minutes. Unlike salt, baking soda is gentler, so you can leave them longer without problem. While soaking your feet, move your toes so the water reaches all corners. If you want to enhance the effect, use a soft bristled brush It can be an old toothbrush to gently scrub the surface of the nails and surrounding skin. This way you not only help the baking soda work better, but you also exfoliate dead cells that can also favor fungus growth when finished. Just like in the previous method, dry your feet very well with a clean towel, and if you can, use a dryer in cool mode for 2 or 3 minutes to ensure no moisture remains. This method is recommended twice a week, just like the coarse salt method. And here comes important advice. Ideally, alternate both methods. For example, you can use coarse salt on a Monday and baking soda on Thursday. By doing this, you'll be attacking the problem with 2 different mechanisms. One dehydrates the fungi, and the other changes the environment they're trying to survive in. This reduces the possibility of fungi developing resistance. But baking soda has another very valuable use. It serves as a dehumidifier and deodorizer for your shoes. Every night when you get home and take off your shoes, put a tablespoon of baking soda powder inside each one. Spread it evenly on the insole and let it rest all night. The next morning, shake out the powder and your shoes will be dry, fresh, and free of bad odor. With this simple habit, you not only prevent bad odor, but also eliminate the humid environment that fungi need to reproduce. Up to this point, you already know the 2 most effective home remedies, coarse salt and baking soda. The simple, accessible ingredients present in almost any kitchen, but with enormous power against fungi. And here I want to ask you something. Tell me in the comments which of these 2 remedies you plan to try first, or if you've already used either one. Your experience can help many other people who are also struggling with this problem. At this point, I also want to be very honest with you. While these methods help eliminate fungi and recover your foot health, true success lies in prevention and daily care, because it's useless to attack the fungus if we then continue creating the perfect environment for it to return. That's why I want to share with you the 7 basic rules I always recommend to my patients. They're simple, practical, and make all the difference. Rule number 1, always keep your feet dry. Moisture is fungi's best friend. Wash your feet at least once a day, and especially after bathing or applying any of the methods I explained. Make sure to dry well between each toe. A clean towel is enough, but if you want to reinforce it, use a dryer in cool mode for 2 or 3 minutes. Rule number 2, wear breathable shoes. Forget about those that keep feet enclosed and humid. Ideally, have at least 2 or 3 pairs of shoes and use them alternately so each pair has time to air out and dry well before using them again. Rule number 3, choose cotton socks and change them every day. Synthetic fibers like nylon don't allow feet to breathe and end up accumulating sweat and heat, just what fungi need to grow. Rule number 4, don't share towels, flip-flops, or nail clippers with anyone. Remember that fungi are highly contagious. One careless moment is enough for the whole family to end up with the same problem. Rule number 5, in public places like pools, gyms, or saunas, always use your own sandals. Fungi love the humid and warm environments of these spaces, and walking barefoot is like inviting them to settle on your feet. Rule number 6, cut your nails regularly, at least once a month, and clean any dirt that may accumulate underneath. Do it in a straight line, never to rounded, because that can cause ingrown nails. Another very painful problem. Rule number 7, strengthen your immune system. A strong body defends itself better against any infection, including foot infections. Therefore, I recommend maintaining a balanced diet, getting enough sleep, and exercising regularly. These 7 rules combined with the 2 methods I taught you create a protective shield against fungi, and the best part is they don't require large expenses or sacrifices, just consistency and a little attention in your daily routine. Before finishing, I want to make a very important warning. If your case is very advanced, if you already have wounds, bleeding, pus, or notice redness, swelling, and intense pain in your feet, we're probably not just talking about fungi, but also a bacterial infection. In such situations, something more serious like infectious cellulitis can even appear, which requires immediate medical attention. If you suffer from diabetes or circulation problems in your legs, any small wound on your feet should be taken with maximum seriousness. Healing in these cases is slower, and a fungus that seems harmless can become a serious complication. If you notice any of these symptoms, don't hesitate. Go to your trusted doctor to receive appropriate treatment. That said, I want you to take this message with you. Nail fungus and athlete's foot are not a life sentence. They're not a mark of shame or something you should hide. They're simply a very common infection. that millions of people suffer from, and that with proper care can be completely eliminated. Think about what it would mean for you to wear sandals again without feeling uncomfortable, to walk with confidence and show clean, healthy feet. It's not just about aesthetics, it's about recovering your well-being and confidence. You've seen that you don't need expensive formulas or miraculous treatments. With 2 simple ingredients, coarse salt and baking soda, and with a little consistency, you can completely turn around your foot health. Add to that the basic rules of daily care, and you'll have a complete, simple, and effective strategy. My invitation is for you to start today. Dedicate a few minutes to your well-being, put into practice what you just learned, and you'll see that little by little your feet will return to what they were: healthy, fresh, and fungus-free. I'm Dr. Alexander Cortez, and I hope this information has been of great help to you. If you've made it this far in the video, I want you to do me a favor. Leave me a comment telling me what surprised you most about this video. Or if you have any personal trick you want to share with others. Your engagement helps this content reach more people who need it. If you found this information valuable, please hit that like button. It really helps the algorithm show this video to others who are struggling with the same problem. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the upcoming health tips we have prepared for you. This way we continue building together a community where taking care of ourselves is simpler, more natural, and accessible to everyone. If you stayed until the end, make sure to comment below with the words "healthy feet" so I know you watched the complete video and found value in it. Don't forget to check out the next video that's appearing on your screen right now, where I'll share more natural solutions for common health problems. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end, and remember, taking care of your health starts with the small details.